EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for April 21st, 2023. It is Friday, finally end of the work week, and the Friday video forecast is proudly sponsored by McCall Collective Brewing. McCall is a family-owned and operated business with 2 locations in the Lehigh Valley. Their original Southside Allentown location is at 102 East Susquehanna Street, and their second location, McCall Collective Tap House in Trexlertown, is located at 7743 Hamilton Boulevard. Both locations are open 7 days a week and have a full draft menu between the 2 locations and many varieties available for takeout, including new releases just about every single week, along with local wine and cocktails. They also have trivia nights every week at both locations. For more information about their upcoming events, which they're constantly updating, Beer Week's coming up here in the Lehigh Valley, visit their Facebook page or to place online orders, visit their website, McCallCollectiveBrewing.com, proud sponsors of the Friday video forecast. So another mostly sunny day today, very warm. A little warmer than it was yesterday, in fact, in some locations, but not all areas. We're still going to have that same southeasterly influence that I talked about the last couple of days. So the southeasterly or easterly wind flow is going to prevent eastern areas from getting into the warmer temperatures. So we are going to have cooler temperatures today. Rather than show that temperature graphic that I showed yesterday, I want to show you instead just our regional weather overview, because I think this will be a better representation, give you a better idea of what the temperatures are going to be. This is the same one that Jim uses in the daily weather in under 45 seconds video that he does. But just to show you where the temperatures are a little cooler here by the shore points. Near 70 near the shore points today. And the further west you go, it increases, okay? So you get in the mid to upper 70s here in these areas. Then you get further west of the Delaware River, and you're getting the lower 80s to middle 80s. And then the peak heating is going to be out here in central PA, where you have solidly middle 80s and maybe even getting into the upper 80s in far southern Pennsylvania out here by Chambersburg, and western Maryland maybe pushing 90 today. But that is a good look of what the that easterly wind component is going to do. So you have this component pushing up against the eastern slopes here, or the eastern shore, not slopes, the eastern shore, and that is because the water's a lot colder. So if it's blowing off the water, it has a cooling effect, and that's why you have that. As you further west you go, you get an incremental increase the further west you go with temperatures, and that's generally how it's going to work today, much like it worked yesterday. So that's why we have such a wide temperature spread above me. 70 to 88 is the temperature spread across our entire region. And then tomorrow we're generally in the 70s across most areas. A little misleading with that icon above me, with that showers icon, because I think most of the day is going to be dry. We talked about this the last couple of days, and that's this cold front moving at us, and that's going to come through later in the day on Saturday and Saturday evening, okay? This will be mostly just a rain event. There will be some embedded thunder with it as well. I'm noticing the sounding is coming up a little bit in instability, nothing crazy, but a little bit of instability, which could yield some thunder with this. So it might not just be showers, but you also have some few thunderstorms, or at least rumbles of thunder as this moves through. But it's primarily a heavy rain threat for a short period of time as it moves through. And at any given location is about 3-4 hours of rain, and then that's in and out, okay? Getting to see this a little bit better would be the NAM high-res future simulated radar. I'm going to start this off at 4 p.m. And you can see at this point it's just entering our far western portions of our coverage area. That's where about it starts, and it's just getting into there. This is 4 p.m. You can follow the timestamp in the upper right-hand corner as I move this forward, which is right here. And I'm going to move this forward in each hour here, and you can see what happens here. Here's 5, here's 6. So at 6, we're just getting... between 5 and 6, you're getting over to Williamsport, down to the Harrisburg area, and that's it. So areas further east, you're just mostly cloudy ahead of this all day. That's it, mostly cloudy, nothing precipitation-wise. So if you're anywhere east of there, you're going to get the entire daylight hours, or most of the daylight hours, completely dry before this moves in, and then we get to 7, 8, and then the eastern part of the state gets into this as well. But again, most of the day's already pretty much done. So if you have anything to do outdoors as far as, cut the grass or, spring cleaning, if you put that off this late, which most people don't, but if you did, if you're a procrastinator or you have things to do outside, whatever, most of the daylight hours will be fine. If you have kids' soccer practices, baseball practices, games, whatever, they should be good to go. And then once we get through the course of the evening, this is going to move through. And again, at any given location from start to finish, we're looking at about 4 hours or so, 3 to 4 hours of rain before this moves through. And not a tremendous amount of rain with this, but there could be some heavier rain mixed in with these. You see these brighter colors on here as this is moving through. And then that will be out of here for most areas just after midnight, but this might go into the wee hours of the morning in far eastern and northeastern areas. The areas that have the clearing, or excuse me, have the rain stop early enough could have some partial clearing later overnight here on Saturday night. And then that is going to render Sunday completely dry. So this moves through. One other thing with this front, there's going to be some breezing conditions with it. Some wind gusts 25 to 35, certainly possible, probably likely, as that front moves through and even ahead of it, because you're going to have a strong wind flow out ahead of that with the low-level jet trying to co-locate with that front as it moves through. So some gusty winds to 25 to 35 common gusts, maybe some peaks a little higher than that as it moves through, but nothing severe as I'm looking at it right now, okay? On Sunday in its wake, we're going to turn cooler, but it's not going to be especially cold yet because we have the trough that's coming in behind this is going to be a little delayed. It's still back here like this behind this front, which is now offshore. So there's a little bit of space in between here, which is Sunday, where it's going to be cooler, but it's not going to be cold. So we're going to have temperatures in the 60s, not too far from average here on Sunday, maybe very technically slightly below average by a couple degrees or so. Okay, and that's it for Sunday. But otherwise, intervals of clouds, the sun here on Sunday, not looking at precipitation. Monday, we're back to partly cloudy skies again, and we're looking at temperatures that are going to be much colder as this trough settles in. You see the trough is now over our region, and that's going to leave the temperatures in the 50s for some areas, upper 50s, but 50s nevertheless. Generally a 55 to 60 degree spread here is what we're looking at on Monday across the region. Maybe slightly higher on Tuesday, but probably not. I mean, it looks like it's going to be just about the same, maybe near 60 again here on Tuesday. Mostly sunny skies both Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we'll have an incremental increase in temperatures toward the mid to late part of next week. We're kind of like in that 60 to 65 degree range, okay? And they're going to be hanging out there, I think, for this entire time. That system we were watching for the late week period looks like it's going to remain off to the south here. We'll keep an eye on that because it's coming awfully close, but it looks like for now we're going to keep it just partly cloudy here on Thursday with that system passing off to our south and dry through at least the end of our 7-day forecast period, which is Thursday. So we have just that one system coming in, the cold front, about a 3 to 4 hour window of rain that's going to come in across our region from west to east. Most of you are going to be the evening. It's going to start off in late afternoon already out towards central PA. And that 4 to 6 window, I guess, be the far western areas of our coverage area, but then it will work its way east during the course of the evening, and most areas are ending just after midnight into the wee hours of the morning on Saturday night. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for April 21st, 2023. Have a great Friday.